on the Chat and Chill show. Yes, thank you, Little Ironhead, for that. So let's get our guest up here. Where is our guest? If I was, it was right here. It was right here. Yeah, it is. So here he is. I change the grid. I always have to change the grid. Hold on, Russ. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. I forget to do this, and I don't know if I can do this at the end. But here it is. Here he is. Here he is. Yay! I got it now. I'm getting quicker. I'm slow at it. TikTok makes me do like 3 steps to get to and do things. Yeah. But welcome in, Russ. He's like, yeah, I'm here. So
yeah, I can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Awesome.
Okay, great. So the first
Yes.
the first question I ask every guest is, what time zone are you in?
Eastern Standard, United States.
So you're just an hour ahead of me. So yeah. So like for me, it's 11:30 for showtime. It's 12:30 for you. I asked that question because I had people from all over the world come into the show. I mean, it's unbelievable. And sometimes we're not only in different time zones, we're in different days. Like when the show's like a Thursday, it could be Friday for them. I mean, it's just, I still can't get over that, how time is different for everyone.
Well,
but yet we can
that's
find,
That's one reason why when I post a video on a Saturday, I say happy Sunday, because my friends in Asia are seeing it on a Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if we're on the other side of the world. So like we have a friend in Australia, and we're constantly teasing about, oh, what day is it? How's the future? You know?
Yeah.
How's the future going? Southern, hey, welcome in, girl.
Oh, future's so bright.
The future's so bright. You got to wear shades. Mine are upstairs, unfortunately. Hey, everybody.
I love them. I love them. They hide my bags under my eyes for being an old man.
I love my shades. I have to wear them outside this time of the year. It's too sunny. My eyes will go, I got to get my shades. Got to have my shades. Yeah, right. But so that's the first question I always ask. But the other question I usually ask is, how long have you been on TikTok?
I think we just passed the 3-year mark.
You've been on 3 years. Wow. Well, congratulations. Let's get
and it seems like every year I need to create a new account.
Yeah. So as I started the show, I said this is a rescheduled performance from March when you were supposed to be on, and then we had to go, hold on, because something happened to your account. Could you
I tried to, well, what happened was I tried to go professional account. Business account.
Yep.
So I submitted all my information, and then all that craziness started happening about canceling TikTok, right?
Yeah, right.
And the save TikTok explosion started going on. And I changed phones without changing my settings on TikTok.
Oh.
So if you have a problem with your phone, change your settings so that it will allow you to get in with a brand new phone. Because if you try to get in with a brand new phone and TikTok doesn't recognize it, it's a constant battle to get a hold of a real person.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Worse than Comcast.
Where's my, I can't find my sound. I was looking for a sound effect, but it's gone now. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that right there, you know, that's what I was looking for, but oh well. Anyway, I'll do what I used to have to do at school. It's just like, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, I just make it up, right?
There you go.
There you go.
Charlie Brown it.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, right.
So how's your Thursday in your part of the world?
Thursday so far is uneventful for us. You know, it's not, you know, it's okay. It's Thursday. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, you had that TikTok issue, and you know, that happened. And so we
And what
rescheduled.
the really bad part about it was I had just gotten 1 million likes.
I know you had a
I
huge account.
I had just gotten 1 million likes on my account with less than 4,000 people following.
Wow.
Right. And I usually keep my followers under 2,000
Wow.
because I don't want to get giant. I don't want to be no big
Yeah,
giant
I get
creator
it.
because then you get
Well,
more attacks. Hmm.
someone landed the plane. Sorry, Cool's here.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway,
okay. All
yeah,
right.
he was flying. He was flying a while ago instead of sailing. Oh, there we go.
He was just on a live.
Yeah, I know. Flying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah.
So,
Yeah, he was flying. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I was just looking at your account. So right now you're looking at 27.9K likes.
yeah.
Yeah. And so you went from this huge account to you had to basically start all over. And I get
It-
that. So
yeah.
my account, my personal account, because for people that don't know, I'm Ironhead_66. This is our guest Russ here, who is the where's my fanfare? Where's my fanfare? There it is. The king of the RP family is with us today. Okay, so yeah, I finally got over 10,000 followers finally, and I think I have 100,000 likes, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to end up like Russ. I don't want it, my
No,
account
you
to go
don't.
boom. So I
No.
created a backup account. This story, I got to tell this story because this story is why I have two backup accounts. So yeah, and I lost a fingernail. Sorry, folks. Anyway, yeah, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Yeah,
Hey,
jazz hands.
I can fix that.
I bet you could. But anyway, yeah, the pomp and
There's
circumstance.
also a video for that. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure.
Do
Yeah.
you have a boyfriend?
Now, there we go. Yeah, it's not good
You
to have a
lost
big account.
you lost nail. That's why you don't have boyfriend.
Okay, don't lost nails. You get my nail fixed. There's a good question. But anyway, no, I made a backup account, and people here on TikTok call me Mama Ironhead sometimes. Well, okay.
Hmm.
So I made a backup account called Mama Ironhead, and I use Mama Ironhead when I like moderate, or if I want to go up in a box that's not like the show, and and whatever. Because if it gets bananaed or whatever, I don't care. Because you know what, I got another backup account.
Yeah,
But
because
how
people
ask
people attack for the most foolish reasons.
don't they?
Yeah.
Don't they? So
And
what was
it's usually just jealousy.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But
Hmm.
what happened was TikTok wouldn't let me follow people, and I'm like, how can I grow an account? I look like I'm a troll because I can't follow anyone. And it would say, follow Little
Hmm.
Ironhead. And I'd follow her. And then it would say, you're following too quickly. And I'm like, when you said you can't get a hold of a human, that is true. So I
Yeah.
made another account, just Mama Ironhead 66, 66 was the first one. Then I made _66. Well, that one did the same thing. But then I was able to go back to the other one and it was working. I'm like, okay, fine. It's working. That's the one I'm going to use. But so I have a backup for my backup and I can't make that up. Thank you, TikTok. So, but yeah, I have that for when I want to get into any situation that could end up, because I really don't want to ruin my major account. And then, of course, I put chat and chill on its own account. But yeah, I don't want to end up like
Yeah.
Russ. Yeah, I've heard horror stories
See,
where
the thing
people
I'm
have to
doing now
start
is
over.
I'm still working with TikTok on the original account in trying to get them to recognize this phone. And that's the biggest problem
Oh,
I have is getting them to recognize this phone. So as soon as they do that, my original account will turn into my backup account. And then I'll keep growing this new account.
there you go. Okay. Okay. Then you'll end up with your two accounts back. Yeah, I was only planning on
Exactly.
having the two, and then my chat and chill, this show separate. And now I have three.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
like,
what's
which one
what's
am I
what's
in?
really what's really nice is I can still support my original page. I just can't comment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
So
was
I
kind
can
of
still
confusing for me because I still can see it. the
Yeah,
original, and then I look at the date of the last video, and I'm like, oh no, that's
it's
the first
still
one.
running. Yeah, it's still running. And I'm still getting reposts on it. I'm still getting it shown on the FYP. People tell me all the time, you're on the FYP.
So Annie has a question here. Oh, you're on the FYP. That's
Hi,
cool.
Annie.
Can I ask, can you get, absolutely you can gift. If you want to gift to our guests, go ahead. You want to gift to the show, you can go ahead. It is perfectly fine. Yes, and we do appreciate all the likes and support. Anything given here, I recycle it back into the world. I don't keep.
That's
Trust
the
me.
way to do it.
Trust
Yeah.
me. I am not making money off of this show.
Yeah.
This is just because I'm trying to. I retired, so this is my retirement gig. You know, I get on TikTok, and you know, people ask me, "What do you do in retirement?" I go TikTok.
TikTok. I'm a social media creator.
Yeah, I am a creator. Not much of an influencer, though.
I understand the concept.
I'm not young enough for that one.
You know, because originally I created this account to get introduced to somebody that I had
really?
met on a dating site years ago.
Oh, okay.
So she said, go check out my TikTok account. I'm a real human being. So I did. And that's how my TikTok account started. It wasn't to be a creator. It wasn't to get giant or huge or any of that stuff. It was pretty much just to get to meet somebody and get to know somebody. We made some videos together on my first account.
Okay.
And I lost that account because I changed phones as well.
Oh, so changing phones can be an issue. Okay.
Changing phones can be a big issue with TikTok. So
because they learn
be careful
like
of your settings. Yeah.
of an address or whatever. That's a techie stuff that I don't understand. But yeah, they know
Exactly.
specifically. So they know where we're at every time, at every moment, huh? Wherever our phone's at.
Oh yeah, they're watching. Asia is watching.
They're watching. Well, they listen too. Sometimes I'll say, TikTok, are you listening? And it's amazing. A day or two later, whatever I was talking about is fixed.
That's with all social media. If you want to get a response from an app, leave a 1-star review and an honest reason why. And somebody will answer your question that you send to them in a TikTok chat with a TikTok person. That's how I got their response, or that's how I got a reply to my chat through my privacy report page. Okay.
Yes.
I filed a report, then I opened a chat, and it took 6 days to get an answer to my chat. But once I put that 1-star review, boom, they were trying to get me on that chat really quick.
Oh, that's interesting to know.
Well, I put an honest review, saying that I don't understand how a creator can get locked out of an account just because they changed their phone. The password was right. Everything else was right. The name was right. The password was right. They even had my social security number because I had tried to start a business account. They had every piece of information on me that our government would have. And they locked me out of my account. And I was really upset about that.
Oh, yeah.
So I raised a stink. And got a real person in a chat, but I never got somebody on the phone, which is what my real goal was. And we all have that problem because they're based out of California. They don't want to pay the long distance fees or any of that other garbage. So you just have to hang in there until you finally get a hold of somebody. And then once you start resolving the issue, it's going to take 6 to 8 months to get it resolved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
But just don't give up. Yeah. If you give up, then you lose it all. Because I had almost 2 years of creations on that last account I had. And that was when I finally decided, okay, well, I'm going to make friends on TikTok and I'm going to get involved in this Red Hearts Club thing.
Right.
And then through the Red Hearts Club, I learned how to support people,
Okay, so
Our Toyota 45 is an awesome creator.
yes,
She's
she
an
is.
awesome sharer. Yes.
Yes, I would love to get her on the show too sometime, but I haven't asked because I'm like, I've just,
Don't be shy.
I know I'm coming out
Don't
of
be
my
shy.
shell. Hey, some of the
Hmm.
TikToks I've made, I have made some cringy TikToks, and
We all have.
it took a lot of guts to do some of those cringy TikToks. Let me tell you. So I'm coming
We
out of it. I'm coming out of it.
we all
Yeah.
have. But you've had some really awesome creators on your show. I mean, it
Thank
seems
you.
like everybody you have on your show, I've always enjoyed every show I've watched.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Every show is, I try to make it different. I try to celebrate people here that are on TikTok. Yeah, I have a lot. People say, well, you play favorites to the musicians. And I try not to play favorites. I just
Yeah.
that I people okay, number one, people like to hear the musicians. Number
Yes.
two, I like to support the musicians. And just because that I do does not mean I'm playing favoritism. It's just something that I try to incorporate everyone, as much as possible.
Hmm.
The problem of it is I can find more musicians to come on the show than I can have creators. Many of them chicken out and say, "Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to get up and alive. Ooh, I don't want to," and they just don't want to. So you're being very brave today to come here. So I'm just saying
Oh,
that.
it has
Because a
nothing to
lot
do
of
with
people,
bravery.
well, whatever it is, right? But
It's.
where was that at? There was a comment back here I missed that.
I know I'm having a
Oh,
hard time seeing all
yeah,
these comments.
for only 11 people in the room, it's moving. So Cool asked, "What do you create?" So let's go with that. That's a good question, Cool.
Well, we have to go back to like age 10 to see what I create. At age 10, I read a book, and it was called A Night to Remember by Walter Lord. And it was, at the time, it was the only concise story of the truth about the Titanic disaster. So after reading that book, I was enthralled with this ship called the Titanic. And I started researching it. And then I realized that the Titanic was one of the smallest vessels compared to the ships we have had back in the 1970s.
Hmm.
So I got enthralled into ocean liners and nautical design, and the rest of my life kind of got geared towards that. I went to school, and in high school I learned drafting, and that was where you actually drew things by hand.
Hmm. Hmm.
There was no computer aided back then.
Oh no.
So when I went to college, I went for drafting. And I have a 2-year associate's degree in mechanical drafting and a 2-year associate's degree in architectural drafting. Well, all that is done now on computer. Nobody learns how to do it by hand anymore.
Hmm.
So I have a skill that they don't even teach anymore, which is you
Hmm.
have to use your head.
Imagine that.
You have to actually use your own brain as a computer to do drafting. You
Oh.
have to know mathematics. You have to know
Hmm.
algebra, all the subjects that nobody ever liked. Geometry was a bigger subject for
Oh
me.
yeah. Yeah.
And I actually went to school, or I actually did some more college courses in geometry and algebra to get a higher understanding of them, even though I never got a degree in mathematics. Yeah. But it was really neat for me because I was enthralled by these big giant things that moved across the ocean, things as
Hmm.
large as the Empire State Building with engines in them.
Right.
So delving into that, we don't. They were steamships at the time, which was they heated water to create steam to drive propellers. Well, those ships don't exist anymore.
Mm.
Now we have electric ships. We have ships with engines in them that drive generators to create electricity to push them across the water. Um, but the steamship itself was a mechanical marvel. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera around and show
Yeah.
you a little bit of
Let's
it.
show. You're going to be
I'm going
amazed at what he builds. You're going to be
to show you
amazed.
a little history of American ships because I'm not much into ships of other nations. The American
Okay.
shipbuilding industry started with sailing ships, and then
Yeah.
steam didn't come into play until 1819, and that was the steamship Savannah was the first steamship to cross the Atlantic Ocean. So let me turn
Okay.
this camera around if I
Oh
can.
yeah, show us those because this is cool.
Can
Cool,
I
you need
turn
to
the
watch
camera
this
around?
because, well, I don't know, can you?
I'm trying.
Are you able to?
I'm clicking on the button. It's doing nothing.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh no. Oh, he's
I
getting
think
there.
I think I found it. I think I
I'm
found it.
being, little Ironhead, I'm being nice. She's telling me to be nice, Russ.
Well, yeah, I am technologically brain dead. All right, because I never got much into it. Now this one here,
Wait,
this is a
wait,
19.
wait,
Do y'all see
Russ.
it?
No, I can't see. Can anybody else see? Or is it just me? It could be me.
All right,
Oh,
I
Cool
clicked
said
the
he can't
save.
see.
I
I'm
clicked the
not
save button.
nagging.
There we
There we are.
go.
There it is.
That one,
Yay.
that one right there is
Ooh,
a
okay.
Washington State car ferry.
Wow.
Okay, built in the 1960s.
Okay.
This one right here is the fastest steamship built in America in 1850. And in America, this one was built out of wood. In America, it wasn't until after the Civil War in the 1870s that we went to build iron ships. And this third one here is the first iron ship built in America in
You say
Pennsylvania.
iron ship. Iron
Iron
ship.
ship. And then you go to the 1950s, and the United States built the fastest ocean liner called the United States, which is still
Okay.
afloat today. It's in Philadelphia,
Okay.
Pennsylvania, and they're
That is.
trying. They're having efforts trying to save this and turn it into a museum ship.
Mm-hmm.
And this ship in the back is the last American-built hull. The problem was the company went bankrupt, so they built the hull for this ship in the United States, and then shipped it over to Germany to finish it. They had to be bought out. They had to be bought out by Norwegian cruise lines.
Uh-huh.
All right. And that ship is the largest ship flying the United States flag today. Now, to show you how I have to build these, I have to actually make drawings
Yes.
by hand. In
Blueprints.
the way, well, they're just drawings.
Kind of
Blueprint,
like, yeah, I get what you mean.
yeah. When I do a blueprint, it's usually for something that has to be built, like a house
Mm-hmm.
or some machinery equipment, and they will have dimensions and everything else on it. This is just a
Right.
drawing.
Just a
But
drawing. Gotcha.
that's what I learned how to do when I was a young man. Now, some of the equipment I use is very simple, basic equipment. I mean, as long as you don't run with the scissors, anybody can build these things.
Hey, you know what, Russ? I think for
Yeah,
us to see this bit bigger, let me get the large box. It may take me just a second here.
a large
Let
box.
okay, hold on. I can do this. I can do this. What am I doing? Panel. I have to say switch. That makes you real small, but it's okay. And then I have to turn that on. Yeah. And then I have to switch places with you. It's like three
Okay.
steps.
All
Okay, there
right.
we go.
I'm
Yay!
learning.
Yay!
I'm
Yeah.
learning big time.
So
All right.
so that now I can see we can see a little bit more. It's just bigger. We can see it.
Yeah. Now there's one under construction for a customer. That's the same as this one over here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that's just the same ship under construction, but the plans have been revised to put more details into the model. The models I have are the first ones made, and I look at them and then I look at the photographs of the ship and make changes to the plans to build my customers a better model. Now
Yeah.
that's a Dremel tool. That's an electric power
Yes.
tool. They also make them battery powered. They're very noisy.
Yeah.
We all know what these are, okay? Some people use them for things other than building ships.
Yeah, that is true.
And this is just a very sharp knife that will slice your finger open if you accidentally
Like
hit your
an
finger with
X-Acto
it. Pair of
knife.
scissors, all different kinds of tweezers, and then yeah, we
Right?
use nail files. We have
Really?
guys using nail files to get details. And this is a scale rule, which helps me to draw my drawings in a scale.
Oh yeah, my
And this is
grandfather
a
used to have
straight
one of
edge
those.
rule that I use
Yeah, that too.
for cutting things
Yeah.
with, and your handy dandy paper cutter. Because all of these are built out of paper.
And there answers your question,
There's
Cole.
no plastic involved in building those. All right, they're all built from paper, all built by hand.
Paper.
And these are plastic models I did many years ago. There's one of my paper models. That's a plastic Titanic right there. There's another one of my paper models, and that is a plastic Mauritania right there. You remember Rose saying, well, the Titanic doesn't look any bigger than the Maury. Well,
Yeah.
there's the difference. There's the difference right there. The Titanic was a lot bigger than a
Wow.
Mauritania. All right. And these are some of my, one of my first color paintings I ever did. And this was the last watercolor I did. And this is how I started selling these pictures on eBay.
Really?
Like
You sold them on eBay?
Yeah, I used to sell them on eBay, but that eBay was always a hassle for me for some reason. I mean, I had good sales, I had good clients, but the biggest problem, I'm going to flip this around again. You see my big mess over there.
It's okay, because you got to make a mess to,
Well, it's my workshop. It's my workshop,
to create stuff.
you know.
Trust me, you should see my upstairs room right now with all my Cricut material. It's a mess.
I believe it. I believe
Yeah,
Cricut
'cause I'm
material.
working. Yes, I do that. If I'm not on TikTok, I make things, on my Cricut machine. Yeah, I have a machine that cuts stuff out. And like my mom's birthday is
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay.
I'm making her a t-shirt and something to do with eggs and chickens, and because she has a farm. And then
Eggs and chickens.
yeah, if it's not the chickens, it's the cows. So, So anyway, and so I'm making a project, and I'm kind of had to like stop midway and just kind of like leave it, because that's what you do, until you can clean up the mess completely, until you're done. So I get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Vicky had a
no,
good.
not the
Vicky had a
chickens.
really.
Yeah, chickens.
Vicky had a really good question there, and it's pretty much. I think it was phone numbers. I changed phones and phone numbers. So that was the biggest problem with TikTok was I actually had a different phone number other than just a different phone.
Oh,
So
different phone numbers.
that's what's taking so long to verify me is the phone number was changed along with the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because didn't you have like a work phone and then you were getting a personal phone or something like that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, word to the wise, everyone: when you change phones, be careful with that with your TikTok. You don't want to get
If you
locked out.
change phones, put your account on public for the phone change.
Yes.
Then you will be allowed to get back into your account as your new person or your new phone number. But if you're on a
That
private,
makes
if your
sense.
account is private and you don't accept you don't accept anything from people who aren't already friends with you, it creates big problems.
Okay. Yeah, because to even communicate, we had to go to a different platform. I think you're also on like
Yes.
Instagram, IG, and
I'm on
so
many I'm on many platforms, and I just started a YouTube channel about 2 months ago for building my models. This way young people and old people
that's
alike who want to
cool.
learn how to build these can get hands-on videos which shows how I put these things together.
Oh, I'm going to switch this back now. Let me try. No, yes.
Okay.
Maybe not. Layout can be changed. Oh, I have to switch places with you first. I think that's what happens. Sorry.
Yeah, because
I
people creating
I have to
things
be the
by
big box
hand
first.
has become a lost art.
everybody's using these computer machines to make things out of plastic.
Yeah.
You know,
And you know, I don't know about you, but
your
I
sound
have
is
gone
off.
through. I'm here now. Can you hear me now?
I still can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Really? No, my sound. I haven't done anything
Still
other than
can't hear
switch
you.
boxes. I just switch boxes. Can
Oh,
people in the
that's
chat
not
hear
me.
me? Southern says she can hear. I can hear you. I can hear you.
My
Okay, they
volume's
can
all
hear
the
me.
way up.
They can hear me. Okay. All right. Well, this is a new one. How about you can hear Russ?
Does everybody hear
Oh,
me? Okay, so you hear everybody and I can't hear her. Wonder why that
that's not
is.
good. That's not good for an interview. I love it. Thank you, TikTok. Could you fix this? TikTok, fix this. Yeah, have okay.
Oh, well,
Russ,
they can hear both.
hold on. We'll make it work.
So y'all can hear us, but I can't hear her.
Can you hear me now?
Little
No?
Ironhead got booted? Oh, wow.
Okay, I don't know how to do
An
this. Hold on.
intermittent delay thing. No, I cannot hear Ironhead at all. I can't hear her at all. Now I'm seeing all the comments.
I don't know how to kick him out now. How does I do
And
this?
I have my volume all the way up.
So can somebody type that in to tell him to go
So
down?
let me go
I
out
don't
and
like-
come back in.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see how to go out. Click on that.
He's still here. No? He's frozen. Yes? Oh, it's just me again. So he's gone. So we're going to let him go down and I'm going to invite him back up and hopefully he can hear me. TikTok. Why? Why TikTok? You're going to make me growl. That's not a good thing. Clear cache thing. I clear my cache before every show. So it's not on my end. Yeah, my cache is clean. He's back. Let's see. Oh, his cache. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully we get him back. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. You can hear everyone down there. Can you hear us?
All right.
Of course, I hear a little.
I think my
I
sound
hear a little.
quality has changed because I disconnected my earphones.
Okay, I have a little echo, but does anybody else have the echo?
Let me see.
Because if it's just me, I can live with it. There's a slight echo. No echo. Not bad though. Okay. Yeah. Well, TikTok. Seriously. Just saying.
Now.
Okay. I can hear you now. Okay, so it must have been whatever that was. Whatever that was.
Yeah, it's some kind of connection glitch. I could have lost internet service temporarily, something like that, because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Okay. Yeah, it could be.
And that
They're all
happens.
good now.
That happens often in Georgia.
So now you know where he's at. He's in Georgia. Yeah, he's down there in Georgia. Georgia's on his mind.
on the ocean. I'm on the ocean in Georgia.
Oh, you're down by the ocean. That's probably why you're fascinated with ships. Yeah. So we got to see his shipbuilding.
I'll never leave the ocean.
Oh, I love the ocean. Yes, it's therapy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm in the Midwest.
It's great for raising children.
Yeehaw!
That was a cool hat.
That was a cool hat.
Is Jamie in the room?
That was a cool hat. You miss the ocean? I do too, because I usually try to go every year on a vacation. And little Ironhead, well, she's kind of messed up the vacation with her foot issues. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. In fact, I might as well just announce it to people, sort of, kind of. I don't have a date yet, But Chat and Chill will probably have to go on a sabbatical for a couple days when she gets surgery. So when she gets her surgery, date pinned down, which is probably in the middle of August, we'll have to take a couple days off.
Thank you for the hat.
Yes, thank you for the cowboy hat. I'll probably have to take a couple days off because I have to wait on her. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be for about 3 days. I have to, she can't do weight bearing on her foot. So, so mom's going to have to mom. Mom's going to have to mom. So, so I probably won't have
another hat.
Oh, there he is. I like that one with the mustache. Yeah.
I haven't had dark hair in over 30 years.
Well, yeah. But there's that. But anyway,
I don't miss my dark hair though.
You don't? So my mom's completely gray, and she had really dark hair, like really dark hair. And she every once in a while she'll say, "Oh, this gray hair. I just want to dye it dark." And I'm like, "Don't do it," because she always had the opposite skunk in reverse, where she'd be gray and it was dark, and it was like, "No, Mom, it's not a good look. Just stay gray." No. But anyway,
when I turned gray, it was only 3 years.
Really?
3 years, I was all gray.
Wow.
I got little patches here, and then everything just started going white.
Wow. Okay.
For about a year and a half, it took about a year and a half for all this to turn gray.
Okay. Yeah. Look, Annie says looking good. Yeah, I think he looks distinguished. Isn't that amazing how guys can have gray hair and it's distinguished? Yes. Women get it, and we're old hags.
What was horrible is I was in my 30s. That's so cute. And people were calling me sir. And I'm like, I'm not a sir yet. You're talking about my father.
Yeah.
I said, I am a middle-aged 30-something man with 5 kids.
Oh, wow. So you were graying early. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
in my 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. I worked with someone who was much younger than me, and she got her hair for, and I'm like, why are you doing that? You don't really need it. She goes, oh yeah, I do. I'd be gray. And I'm like, oh, because she was like in her 30s.
Painting your hair.
Yeah. And I'm like, I get it. Because it made her look more youthful that way. But yeah. And I went to high school with a girl that had gray in her hair.
I don't know about that wisdom thing there.
I don't know about the wisdom either, but hey, it's okay. But yeah, so
because my biggest education came from the School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
that brick wall we keep running into.
So you've been doing how long have you been doing that shipbuilding?
It's
been a long time.
I started in 2017 building my own because I could not find kits to build what I wanted to build. Mm. And I wanted to build the ships that were built in America. Well, most of your kits are just popular ships, and they're not accurate. When you buy a box, it's got beautiful box art on it. Mm-hmm. You open a model up and you see that there's so many defects in the model, and you're like, why did I just waste that money on that? I could have built this myself and made the plans for it and had a real scale model ship looking like the ship that I'm trying to build. Mm-hmm. And the reason I started doing them from scratch by myself was because I wound up having to spend twice as much time building a plastic model and making it look like the real thing than I could have built it from scratch in half the time. Because I was selling my models. I was selling my models on eBay as well. I was selling them to people in Europe as well as people here in the United States. And people were paying good money for very accurate models.
Okay.
Because they could tell someone like me who likes ships like I do and has studied ships like I've studied ships. There's a lot of us out there, of course, who can look at a model and say, oh, he built that right from the box. That's a piece of junk.
Oh, thanks for coming, Ruthie. Sorry, she's got to go back to work. Yeah.
Have fun at work today. Do not let the turkeys get you down.
Yeah, yes. Don't let it.
Thank you.
You got this, girl. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Gata. Yeah.
but anyways, it's been really fun just researching these things. Bye, Ruthie. It's been really fun researching these things because there were no color photos back before the 1940s.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
many at all. So most of the ships I built, I had to find out what color they painted things, and that's really digging into research because you can't tell from a black and white photo what color things were.
Right.
And I'd say I've got 14 plans with 14 models I built that were before color photographs.
Wow. So you had to do the research to find out because the photo didn't give you, it didn't give you the accurate, it was black and white. So it wasn't accurate.
Exactly.
Well, for us to tell. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Some of us who remember black and white TV.
It's been fun. It's been enjoyable.
For some of us that grew up and remember what black and white TV was all about, sometimes you kind of could guess by the color of the gray what color. Like, have you ever seen those shows where they recolorize the stuff? And, well, hopefully it's accurate.
Yes.
And you're like, well, I kind of thought that was red. Oh, so that is red. Okay, so this color. Yeah. So you some of us kind of could tell, but it's still hard. Yeah, it's not accurate.
Yeah.
I think sometimes your brain just programs it.
Well, you have to remember the original I Love Lucy's. They were black and white.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I grew up watching those. That's one.
So after the first year or two, you didn't know she was really a redhead until it came out in color.
Yeah. Or they made reference to her being a redhead. Yeah, they would do that a lot. Yeah. And you're like, oh, so her hair is red. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. So, yeah. So you had to do. So how long have you been doing this shipbuilding stuff? So did you just do this recently? Or have you always been doing this?
I started building model ships around age 11.
So you started when you were a kid and you just kind of kept with it. In some years, maybe you were more with it than others. More with it meaning that, like life happens, like jobs and kids and family,
Well, yeah.
Stuff.
It was always a hobby until 2017.
Mm-hmm.
In 2017, I started doing it more professionally, wanting to be more professional about it all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you've been doing it off and on before that, but about 2017, you said, "Hey, I'm going to be more serious with this." And so,
well, that was when I decided that I was going to create what I wanted to create instead of buying model kits and boxes.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah. So for those that, if you hear there, my dozen, they're still here. I am Ironhead_66. I'm the host, but our guest today is Russ. He's the king of the RP family. So if you're not already following him, you should, because he has many videos. They're interesting. He'll show his ships, and he does fun stuff too. He does. You do duets. I know you do that because he's my Archie to my Edith. A lot of times we do that. We duet those, but
they're so fun. They are so fun.
They're fun because it's fun to go back and remember the show. Even though the content. Sometimes you're like, they said that in the 70s.
They said a lot of things in the 70s they don't say now.
Oh yeah, right. So subscribe to Chat and Chill by hitting the star at the bottom of the live. That is true. Thank you for that, Southern.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm looking at trying to make my subscription. I can't even talk today. Subscriptions. Take 2, 3, 4. Subscription goal. Squirrel. Yeah, I'm trying to make my goal. So I was at 12 and then I dropped. So my goal now is 12 again. So a dozen. So yeah, anytime anybody wants to subscribe, go right ahead.
Now I've heard that you get nothing from TikTok for subscriptions.
You do.
That you do get something?
Yeah. In fact, to clear up some myths for people, because I like to go down the rabbit hole of research. And so, like the gifts, like when people send gifts here, I only get about 50% of that. TikTok takes about half-ish. Yeah, they take a bigger cut. But with subscriptions, they take about 35%. I think it's about a third. Because the goal is, if you read their lingo, that they want you to be able to invest back into your life so you can recycle that money back in. So on subscriptions, you do get a bigger cut. Now you got to remember, it's, if you have a bigger gift, there's even 50% might be bigger than, it gets into mathematics, of course. But honestly, with subscriptions, you get a bigger overall percent, and you get to use the cool emotes, just like that little Ironhead is doing. And here on my show, we all have a subscription live every so often, and we'll say, hey, what are we going to change it to now? What do you like? Do you like this effect? Do you like that? Yeah. They take 50% of your subs. Well, honey, they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But maybe they're
invests
doing
back
that
into himself
differently.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're doing that differently because let's talk about that in other countries. I'm talking about in the States here, because over in other countries, I noticed that you all can do portals and you can do treasure boxes and stuff that'll boost your numbers. And because I've been in lives where they do that. Here in the States, we can't. The only people that have like this huge influx of numbers, because I'll watch numbers, because that's, I did it for a living, watching numbers and crunching numbers and stuff. They have to go to what's called a TikTok agency. So if you go to a TikTok agency and you have them advise you, wink, wink, yeah, then it's amazing.
They got to take their cut too.
There you go. Now you're getting there, aren't you, Russ? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's always somebody trying to get something out of you. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
But
well, that's what social media is for. It's
right.
for them promoting. It's like being an artist, okay? Exactly like being an artist. If you don't have somebody pushing your stuff, it's a lot of work to push your own stuff by yourself. That's why artists get involved with galleries. They get into shows. They do the public thing, and they go to these art shows out in public air. I did that for many years. And that was the only way I got any recognition or awards and sold my art. Was by you have to do the work. Nobody is going to come and say, look at he's so great. Let's just publish him. They don't do that. You actually have to work at it.
Yeah, you got to boost yourself out. And so like over in my European friends here, I
see my besties are popping in now.
They're popping in now. I see it too.
Oh yeah.
They can send portals. Like I could send we were over in, say, like the UK, for example, I could send a portal right now, and I could open it up with a treasure box, and we would get an influx of our numbers. Our numbers would go up. And now, how many of those are real people, though?
Yeah, you don't know.
Question, you don't
know.
And so
that's why I stay little, because I only want real people following me, and I only want to follow real people.
Right. So I'm like, okay, so I could join a TikTok agency thing, like some people I know, and your numbers will go up. They will. I've watched people when they have to do battles every so often. I don't do battles. I'd lose. Come on, let's get real.
And people say, why do they create these fake accounts? You just nailed it on the head. Why they create fake accounts? It's to boost up the numbers for these popular creators.
Absolutely. Just like if you want to get on, start an account, and you're like, hey, I don't want to invest the time in getting real followers. I'll just go buy my followers. And a lot of times those accounts are what? Fake. But they boost your numbers up. That's all they do. It's the same concept. So, so I might see that there's 14 people in the room right now, but you know what? Of those 14 people that are in the room, these are real people here. These are real people that are taking time out of their day to be here.
I thank you all for coming and saying hey to me.
It's not inflated with, a couple hundred, and people are making inappropriate comments, and they'll have user, no bio, no picture, user with a bunch of numbers. Those are always suspicious. Yeah. I stay small so I can relate to people and have them become my family. Absolutely, Sparta.
Exactly.
Fire
Exactly.
Queen, hello, you're real. I know you are.
I know Terry's real.
So you know what? Before I'm looking at the time's slipping away just chatting today.
Isn't it? Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Questions from the chat. I usually give you guys an opportunity to ask questions. So if you have a dire question that you would like to ask our guests here, you can just type it down in the chat. Make sure it's appropriate.
Hi, fake account.
Vicky, you're fake. Really? Seriously? Come on. I never go by numbers.
We'll give you
family.
your attention. Yeah. It's family that matters. Always is.
Yeah.
Always is.
But some people are really caught into that about, look how many people I got in the room. Oh, and then they look at the likes and they're like,
yeah. I mean,
probably because those are all real people.
Yeah, you're over 10,000, and I mean that's amazing for somebody like me. I'm just average Joe, is what I am.
Look at this. Yeah, look at this. So there's 12 people in the room right now, and we almost have. If we did a power tap, we could be at 12K. We would have the same number of likes as we have people in the room. When you're like almost 50-50, that says those people that came. Hi, Margie. Hi, Jesse. Hey,
they came for support.
They came for support. They're real people. But when you have like a couple hundred in the room and you barely get 10K, there's something wrong with that. Just saying.
All right. If I am interested in a ship, where do I go? I think I may want one.
That's a good question.
For my brother. You can just DM me on that, Terry, and I will go ahead and give you some more information, some more detailed information.
Yeah, so if you're interested in shipbuilding, you're like, I don't want to build, I just want to buy something, contact our guy here, you know.
Any ideas why TikTok is offering me a ton of stuff to start a TikTok shop? No. I have no idea why they're offering you that.
Should we talk about that?
They haven't asked me since I started this new account, and they know I'm trying to sell my stuff.
Yeah. So, has anyone noticed that your For You page is different? So
I refresh mine often and go straight to friends.
I go to friends.
Yep. I refresh it often and I go straight to friends, and this is how I keep my people on my FYP. I am so tired of seeing things that have nothing to do with my TikTok experience on my TikTok. So
right. So it's like about three or four maybe videos, and then there's an advertisement, and then there's a couple videos and an advertisement, and I'm like, I'm sick of it. Why are you no, because that's all about money. And so I just go down to my friends and I support down in my friends, because I'm just like, seriously, I used to always go to the For You page, but now I'm like, if it's just going to be that, unless I see a friend on the For You page, I'll support that. I'll go down to the friends button. Or better yet, if you go into your profile, thank you, Annie. Thank you. Don't I look cute? If you go into your profile, you can see the exact numbers of, it's freezing up. I'm sorry. Probably they don't want me to tell this. But anyway, squirrel, you can see how many you're following, how many followers you have, and then you'll have followers. So I go into my followers, and sometimes I can go from there and see who's following me and go in and see, there's so-and-so. But they have videos. I haven't been seeing them. So then I can go into there and I can actually go see their videos. Because if you're like me, I forget after, like a couple thousand, you're like, who are my friends again? And sometimes it's interesting going through it. I'll say, I haven't seen that person in forever. And I'm like, who's this person? How are we friends? Because I never see you comment. I never see your videos. It's interesting when you go through that and you really analyze your information. So, I just don't like the advertisement. I think it's all about money. And so the word on the street is...
Thank you for the crown, Annie.
Thank you. The word on the street is that they are going to want us to, advertise for them. And like some people have merch shops, for example, And that if you mention anything about selling a product or whatever, it's going to be because they're trying to get the corner. You're going to have to be in their shops. That's the word on the street. How true that is, I don't know. But if it's about dollars, probably is true. So anyway, yeah, there will be more. Yeah,
Yeah, because most times when I turn my TikTok on, I get advertisements, professional advertisements,
advertisements,
and
I'm
it could
thinking,
be from
really?
anything. It's mostly name brand things. It's not small business TikTok, and that bothers me.
Yeah.
Because if you're a small business on TikTok and you're paying for advertisement, you should be on the front, not these big brand name merchandisers. And
Yeah,
that's
but they
my
probably get more
personal
money.
opinion.
It's about money.
Of course they do.
Hi, Larry.
And because
Yeah.
they also pay a lot of money to promote themselves.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Because
definitely.
TikTok promote, I could promote any video I want, but it's going to cost a pretty penny.
Right. Yeah. Oh, they push the promote thing. Oh, if you promote a video, you'll get a coupon. Okay.
A coupon to promote again.
Yeah, to do it again. Come on, do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're a gambler, it's addictive because you'll see your numbers go up the first time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, and little Aaron had said before we wind down, may we see the boats one more time. I like that. Yes.
All right, I'm
Can
going
we see
to
the
go ahead
boats
and
one more
turn this
They're
around.
amazing. Because some people came in late. Oh, hi, video skipper. They came in late. You need to see the boats he's building. Okay? If you came in late, you need to see this. That was the whole point of our show today. Of course, then we get off on TikTok, but there's that. You get commissions for your ads? Well, I have a theory on that too, but go ahead. Let's see those boats. Wow, look at that. So he's building them from paper. We found that out earlier. He draws them from scratch. He doesn't use a computer program. He does this all by hand, folks. He even showed us the tools that he uses to make these boats. Are they amazing? Yes, they are, Sparta. Definitely, they are amazing. Wow. It's just the detail to those boats is just amazing. And to have the patience to do that. Wow. I was weeding something for my mom's birthday present. I was putting on her bag, and it turned out cute, but I had to weed it, and I'm like, oh, I don't have the patience, and I'm like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So yeah, to do that, I would drive me. I don't think I could either, but somebody said that earlier. I don't know if I have the patience, and I think that's why we all have different hobbies. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. We all have different hobbies because we all like different things. It's like you have people who collect comic books and go to Comic Cons and dress up like comic characters. Everybody does their own little thing,
Yeah. And do you find that relaxing to build those ships?
It depends.
Is that so? It
depends on
okay.
It depends on the deadline. Yeah.
Oh,
I normally
okay.
I give myself 2 times the amount of time I know it's going to take me to do it because life happens.
Frozen? We're frozen. Cool. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah. So to me, that would be pure anxiety building those. I'd be like,
well, that's from being a general
Everybody's
contractor, from being a general contractor and builder most all my life. I learned how to not stress myself out and get the job done properly and beautifully.
That's funny because when you were showing like your rulers and stuff, I'm like, oh, my grandfather had that. My grandfather, when he retired, he was a contractor.
Yeah. See, I have
So that's
all the
what he
hand
did.
tools.
He built real houses.
I did too. For over 20 years.
Yeah. I'm in one of them hand built right here, my house. Yeah, and that's probably why I have to rewire things.
The house I live in, half of this house was built by me by hand.
Yeah.
Because when I bought this house, it was a 2-bedroom. Well, you can't raise 5 kids in a 2-bedroom home.
And a lot of houses anymore.
It was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Now it's a 5-bedroom, 2 bath.
Okay, yeah, that's more, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Now it's much bigger.
Definitely. You're out of paper. You're out of paper. So, it's about that time, isn't it?
No, we used wood. Believe me, we used wood and shingles and siding and all that good stuff. I think Lowe's and Home Depot were both happy when I built this house as I did.
Huff and puff and blow that paper house down.
Exactly. Let's get the wolf over here. We'll test the house out. Oh, this house has actually been through 3 hurricanes and it's just fine.
Yeah, because you're down by you said you're down by the ocean.
Yes, it's been through 3 hurricanes since I built it. So
yeah,
we actually had.
You get hurricanes.
We actually had a 4.5-ton limb fall on top of my house.
Oh my!
And the reason I know how much it weighed was because the crane had to pick it up, and it weighs things as it picks them up. And I had to take pictures of them pulling this off the house for the insurance company, and it showed the meter on the crane said 4.5 tons. Wow! And it put a couple holes in the roof, but it did not affect the structure of the home.
Wow, you're really fortunate.
So I'm a good builder.
You are a good builder. Yeah.
Yes.
Something like that only caused that damage. Yeah.
And I designed it as well, so I'm a good designer and builder.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather wasn't always a great designer.
There were many houses in this neighborhood that got hit by tree limbs, and it caved the roofs in.
Oh wow.
And the limbs were not as big as the ones that hit my house.
Well, Russ, I'm looking at the time. I know it's time for us to go because many people have come during like their lunch times. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that's been here. All the likes, all the likes for sure. All the gifts.
Yes. Thank everybody for all the likes and the gifts. Y'all are amazing out there.
Thank you for being here. And remember, everything that gets given here, we recycle back into the universe. So
yes, same here. All these gifts are all coming back to everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you all so much.
You said, Cool says, great guest. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here, Russ. Definitely. And you're going to be back, correct? Because we kind of had to do a double book because of, from all the drama in March. So you're going to be back on Tuesday, correct?
Yes, I'll be back again this coming Tuesday, but we will talk about other things besides my ships, even though we will do a little bit of time on some ships. Okay, I'll bring out some newer items.
Okay. Oh, newer items. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So on that note, I'm going to play the jingle out. But see, for our people over in Europe, they got to see it today. So
exactly.
So I'm going to play the jingle out. We tell everybody bye. We give them. And
then I love my family in Europe.
Yes, we do. Yeah. We love our family. Here we go.
Jingle time.
We play the jingle out, written by our own cool home here.
The Iron Head Show.
And then we do na 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 for a little bit. Let them say bye.
Bye.
And there's a delay with the chat, so we give them a little time.
I'm at a football game, y'all.
Bye, Cool. Bye, Fiery. Bye, Southern. Bye, Little Aaron.
Bye, all you awesome, amazing people.
Thank you. I wait for this one little section and I count down. That's usually about right. Here we go.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at.